Hello guys, welcome to Anarchy Land, and this is chapter 9 of Technocracy Rising. And it is something we see a lot of. The total surveillance society. Now yesterday I came across a meme on Instagram trying to get people to understand that we are going to a fascist, an extreme authoritarian government. Is like telling somebody there's dog poop in front of them and they should keep walking. It's frustrating. Anyway, now if you guys have read 1984 or you've seen one of the movies, hopefully the older ones, the black and white ones, far better, you will know that in that movie, Big Brother in the Ministry of Love, law enforcement, watches you 24/7. You cannot even journal in your own private space without them knowing. You can't do nothing in your private space without them knowing exactly what you are doing. That is what we have. Total surveillance society. You realize something I find odd, I'm just gonna put this out there to see what y'all think, is the average person, if you wanted to drop off the radar, there's absolutely no way. There's no way. Our government watches everything we do in public and in private. Our emails are scooped, our phone calls are listened to, and yet there are children who go missing and nobody sees a thing. There's nothing. Just poof. They're gone. Somebody please explain that one to me. Because I don't get it. How they can go missing like that and nobody sees nothing. Anyway. Mr. Wood got talking about Edward Snowden, how he exposed the fact that the National Security Agency was scooping up our phone calls, our emails, everything. And how did we thank him? Right him out of the country. And he's not the first to come out and say this. There was a retired AT&T technician, Mark Klein, who revealed that NSA had installed a secret listening room. Well, that rings of the KGB right there. At a major trunk facility owned by AT&T in San Francisco. Think about that. They can listen. They don't have to presently, physically be there. They have the technology that the KGB did not have. They would be envious of this government, okay? Because they can listen to everything and never leave Washington, D.C., Alexandria, Virginia, wherever the hell it is they're based in. But they can put up these trunks, these listening rooms, where they can siphon off calls electronically. Don't you think KGB would have loved that? Yeah. Anyway. And it also, in 2013, it was revealed that Verizon had also become a part of the spy network. Now, do you want to take a wild guess at what happened when citizen groups tried to sue them? The cases were dropped. They were closed. What was that? Foreign Surveillance Act of 1978 was reenacted. This is no joke. Mr. Wood, what year was this book written? He wrote in 2015, and now look where we're at. It's even more so. Because now they can listen to us through our appliances like dishwashers, refrigerators, cook ranges, TVs, computers, or Roku devices. And we have smartphones. If these phones are so smart, why the hell don't they shut off at 9:30, 10 o'clock? I mean, that's why I shut mine off. Now, he talks about entering big data. I can remember when your computers were something that was used in offices only. I mean, nobody in their right mind would have that in their home. This eyesore. Plus, you had to load it with these floppy disks that were about the size of this book, and about that thick. You had to load them every day. You had to load this up. You had to load the DOS up. You had to load the software up. Everything. Every day they had to do this. And then we got, well, they didn't have to do that anymore. I remember the Apple commercial that was on. I can't remember what year it was. I just remember this really, really weird commercial was everywhere. Next thing you know, Apple computers were everywhere. Especially in California with people that had the money to buy them. My family lived in middle America. Therefore, we did not have the money to buy it. And my parents could not see the point of getting one when they were probably not going to last another 10 years. Well, there's egg on their faces because they're everywhere. Then we had the laptops. Then there was the phones. Well, what the hell were those? PDAs. But they were kind of like this. They were a little bit smaller than a laptop. Anyway. Now, these things are everywhere. You can't turn a corner without a smart meter. And I got a question. If 5G is so great, why in the world is Mar-a-Lago, Trump's home away from home, 5G exempt? Which means they cannot put 5G anywhere near his residence. But it's supposed to be great. It's supposed to help with business. It's supposed to help you stay on top of your companies. Why isn't he anywhere near his house? His personal space. Think about it. Alright, so then there's Director of National Intelligence. Oh. Can you take a wild guess at where these people came from? Where the directors came from? Yep, trilateral. Every one of them had been trilateral members. While George W. wasn't one, his father was. I don't think George W. had the brains to get in. I honestly don't think he ever planned on getting into politics. He just got dragged into it. Anyway. Data fusion and fusion centers. What that is it's pulling data from two different things. Kind of like the cuisine fusion we've seen. You take sushi, then you put like southwestern flavors in that. You fused two cuisines together. That's basically what data fusion and fusion centers are for. It's doing this. Now, I skipped something very important. Two things actually. In 1975, Senator Frank Church pointed out the government has the technical capacity to impose total tyranny if a dictator ever came to power. He went on to say, there would be no way to fight back gives the most careful effort to combine together in resistance to the government, no matter how privately it was done, is within reach of the government to know. In 1961, President Dwight D. Eisenhower warned in his farewell speech about this very thing, too. And think about what we're seeing. We're seeing exactly what they said, and they warned us. And even what Kennedy warned us. With the weather control. We're seeing it come to fruition. Now, back to this data infusion. Like I said, it's just infusing two different data together, basically. So this brings us to the conclusion, which I still want to know, how can kids go missing? Nobody sees anything, but you or me spit on the sidewalk and everybody knows. It's all over. And why is Mar-a-Lago 5G exempt, but our neighborhoods aren't? Explain that one. Anyway, we have 3 chapters left. I'm going to try and get them done, wrapped up next Tuesday, because I'm ready to move on to some other books. And I'm going to I was going to start Creatures from Jekyll Island. Alright, I was going to start Creature from Jekyll Island, but we have holidays coming. We got Thanksgiving, and then Vlogmas, Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, New Year's. We have all of them just right back to back about. So, I'm going to do a few small books I have, review those, and share those with you. I think you'll find them quite interesting. So, next week, we are going to try and wrap up this book. It'll be Transforming Humanity, Taking Action, and then it'll be the conclusion of the whole book. Finally, I look forward to your thoughts, witticisms, whatever you feel like putting out there. Let's share this information. I'll give you a link to the book. It's quite worth reading. And I will see you guys later.